This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Amanda Kacharik from Besser Museum. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning.
I know fall's kicked in, well, starting to kick in, and I know that you ended a wonderful, successful summer season, and now you're starting fall programming and wonderful events. Tell me what's happening.
So fall at the museum is one of my favorite times because I think we're transitioning into a totally different season, especially for educational opportunities, different kinds of public events that we have. So very excited for that. So one of the first things that I want to talk about today is the last Saturday in September, September 28th, from 3 to 5, we're going to be having a Telescopes 101 class opportunity. So our planetarium coordinator, John Winkowski, he's going to be doing a talk, an informational talk, a little bit about everything that you've wanted to know about how to operate a telescope on your own, or things to observe in the night sky, just because we want to make sure that everybody knows that telescopes can be for anybody. And we like to do a little bit of that outreach because we have so many interested people who come to the planetarium and they want to know more about our night sky in Alpena, especially with all the dark sky parks. Lots of really great opportunities. And so actually he'll begin with a little bit of a talk, and then afterwards he's going to follow that up with a planetarium show. And so that planetarium show is called Two Small Pieces of Glass.
Okay.
And it talks a little bit about how the invention of the telescope really revolutionized the way that we can see our night sky. And so a really great opportunity. So that will occur. And then the next weekend, there's actually going to be a Star Watch party. So we'll be able to use the skills that you learn from that telescopes class to go.
You know, a lot of people have telescopes, but they really don't know how to use them or even what they're looking for. So this is a perfect opportunity.
Right. So this will be really great, and it'll
family
be
event.
Exactly. Skills that you can take on and you can share with other people, and you can keep, furthering them here and share with your friends. And
do you have to register for the class?
So you don't have to register. So there is a price to the class. So it will be $5 for adults.
Okay.
It'll be $4 for museum members. And then if you're a student between the ages of 10 to 18, it'll be $3.
Okay.
And so we do want to reach out to the youth in the area. It's something that we'd like to bring more youth in. I know that there's a lot of focus on robotics and learning the sciences in our schools especially. And so we want to extend that out to say we have that programming here at the museum.
Perfect.
That's great. Yeah, if you have any questions about that, you can find more information on our Facebook and website. And so that leads us right into Fall Harvest Fossil Fest.
Yay.
So one of my favorite events. So that's going to be Saturday, October 5th. And so museum admission, like Log Cabin Day, is $1. Planetarium shows are $1. And we do also offer special tours. Now we have something special this year. So originally we were doing 2 different tours to 2 different quarries. So this year we're going out to tour the Lafarge Quarry, but we are now going to be offering a tour at ACC's Concrete Tech Center. And so we just went and we had a little tour with Kevin over there today, but we really want to explore how it is that we make concrete and what's so special about Alpena, that we're kind of this hub where all of this invention is coming from, and really speak to the career opportunities that are here. So you'll have those 2, they're kind of 2-part tours. You'll be able both to see the quarry and the backside of that at our World Concrete Center. And so those tours are also free. So you just have to get there with time to get those tickets because they're first come, first serve. So, and then of course we'll have lots of other things going on at the museum. We're focusing on fudge. So if you've ever wanted to know why Mackinac Island in the city and why northern Michigan in particular has that kind of special focus on confections, we'll have a little bit of that information as well.
Perfect. I've often wondered that myself.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff. So we're excited. We're going to have some demonstrations and a little bit of sampling for you too.
Yay. And the date of Harvest Day again?
So that's October 5th, Saturday,
Okay.
October 5th.
Okay.
And then the third thing that I want to talk about directly afterwards is we're going to be taking in artwork for this year's juried art. And so we will start accepting those admissions. And so juried art, our juror this year is Noelle Skiba.
Ooh.
And so she's got some really great work, really
Yes.
fun artist. And so she's going to be going through and we'll decide what the different places are. So there are different awards that you can receive.
Okay.
So your first place, you'll get a $300 cash reward, and you'll also have a solo exhibition in 2020.
Wow.
So right now we just set up June Perry's exhibit. So she won
Phenomenal.
last year. Really great stuff. A lot of maritime paintings as well as really great portraits. And so those are available to see now at the museum.
Okay.
So if you win this year's, you'll be able to have your own exhibit.
Perfect.
Then second place, $200, third place, $100. So some really cool prizes.
Is there a theme of any kind, or?
So there's not a theme. You just have to be 18 years or older.
Okay.
And you have to have made the original work within the last 5 years.
All right.
Can be any medium. If you have any specific questions about size requirements or anything, if you think it's going to be a little bit too big or bulky, you can call us and we'll figure out something to see. But it does need to be able to be ready to mount or frame or display.
Okay. And how long will that stay on display?
So that's actually going to stay on display through the end of the year. So
Perfect.
We'll be taking in work from October 6th through the 12th. There will be an art selection process. The work that might not be accepted can be picked up then, and then it'll go on exhibit October 26th.
Okay.
So that's when we're going to start with an opening reception. It will be available to view through December 31st, and then the work will be picked up January 2nd to the 7th.
And we have just about enough time to briefly mention Season of Light is coming up, and you'll be
Yes.
here later to talk about that. But we want to let people know, if you're looking for a wonderful, ideal location for your holiday parties,
Yes.
Besser Museum is the place. And you can
Right.
see that juried art on display and all the trees of the nation and the community trees and the avenue of shops all decorated. It's a beautiful, wonderful place to have a holiday party.
It's a lovely place, and so we have a large art gallery where the juried art will be on display. That's generally where we'll set up tables and chairs. A really great place to be. Last year we had more of a golden theme, and so this year we're going to be doing more black and red and white, and it'll be really elegant, really
Ooh,
great
it sounds
stuff.
wonderful. We're out of time. Thank you so very much for being here, Amanda, and I look forward to
you.
hearing about the wonderful success of all of your events that are coming up.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be right back with Jessica Luther from Alpena County Library following these messages. Hi, welcome back. My last guest today is Jessica Luther from Alpena County Library. Hi, Jessica.
Hi, Nancy.
So nice to have you here today, and I just have to tell you, just before I came here to WBKB-TV, I went to the library and returned some books on tape and got some new books on tape. And while I'm standing there waiting, I read the Traverse City Record Eagle newspaper that was on the counter. There were other people bringing back tapes and books and little kids running around the library and picking out books. There were people playing chess or checkers at a table. There were people reading magazines. There were people up in the computer lab. I could see people up there. What a busy place the library is, and thank goodness that the millage passed so we can have all those wonderful service continue in our community.
Yes, we are very grateful for the voters of Alpena County that approved the millage. We're very excited to move forward with the building renovation, and I know Eric's going to be working and sharing some more information with the public as everything becomes available and getting some feedback and things like that. So we're very excited to be opening a new chapter on the library.
Yes, and thank goodness for all those voters who understand maybe they don't go there every day or maybe they don't use the services, but it's so vital to our community. So many people in this community rely on the library and the internet and the books and the services that they can get there, the classes. There's just too much to mention, but thank you, Alpena voters.
Yes, thank you very much.
So tell me what's happening.
So we are very excited, speaking of new chapters and new initiatives. The Friends of the Library have generously given us a gift to start a new streaming platform called Canopy. And with that, it's a very popular program that a lot of libraries have now. But library card holders can access it for free, just using their library card. They go straight to our website. And with that, you can stream movies and documentaries from your computer, your television, your smart TV, any mobile device. You just download the Canopy app, and it's Canopy with a K.
Okay.
But it offers over 30,000 of the world's best films. It's
Wow.
independent films, foreign language films, award-winning film. I mean, it's all things, or a lot of things that don't normally find their way here to Alpena. But there's a lot of classic films available, great courses. PBS has an entire segment. So in a lot of it, you know, there's a lot of diverse films. It's just really, as the New York Times calls it, a garden of cinematic delights.
Ooh.
And with that, there's a section, Canopy Kids, that people can access, and that is it's educational, it's developmentally appropriate for kids, and parents can search for things for their age group, interest. And it's all been curated by Common Sense Media, so all of the ratings are right there, so parents can be very well informed as to what their child's going to be watching. So with the Canopy, each month everyone gets 10 movies that they can stream.
Okay.
With the Canopy Kids, however, there is no limit, so you can show your child documentaries and cartoons, as many as you would like each month.
Well, I know I have the Libby app and I use it all the time. I get free books and can order books and put them on hold and do whatever I want, so I love the Libby app.
Yes, and things like that, it's nice, you know, before we know it, the bad weather will be here, and there will be times where people will not want to trek into the library, so having those resources at your fingertips really helps.
It does.
Which, speaking of resources at your fingertips, fall computer class registration is open.
That's a big popular one.
Oh, it is. Classes, you know, they're $5. They're usually offered on Mondays from 6 to 8 p.m. And Nancy's going to be focusing on introduction to Windows 10, some social media classes, the Google Suites, how to manage your files using file explorers, using the cloud. So many things that we have now, you know, you're not stored physically on your computer anymore, they're in the cloud. So she will be doing those. There's a detailed schedule that can be found either on our Facebook page or on our website. And as you can always call the circulation desk and they'll be able to help you.
Okay.
So, and also with Nancy's technology, we have her, you know, if you just need a little bit of help, you don't know how to do something with your tablet or upload something to your Kindle, we have tech help that Nancy does. You just come up to the second floor of the library on Monday or Tuesday mornings or Wednesday or Thursday afternoons, and she is more than happy to help you with that, free of charge. You know, could be as little as 5 minutes, or, you know, sometimes we have people up there for a good 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay.
And her hands-on stuff with the younger people, she's got Tinker Tuesdays, which will be this coming Tuesday, September the 10th, from 3 to 5. And that's a good drop-in activity after school. She usually has Legos out, robots, all sorts of fun stuff for kids and their parents to play with in the children's area.
Wow.
Yes. Nancy's a very busy person.
Yes, she is. She's very, very good at what she does.
She is. And we have registration open for our story hours, for our 2 to 3-year-olds and our 4 to 5-year-olds. So you can just call the library. Those are held on Wednesdays beginning September the 25th. And then we have our popular Taro, our purple monkey that Tina, who does our NASA at My Library stuff, Taro is going to be venturing to Bob's Bullpen on September the 18th from 5 to 6 p.m. The kids will be making their own superhero cape for their stuffed animal, so they can bring their favorite stuffed pet, and they will do some stories and some crafts, and then they can pick up their animal the next morning at the library, and they will have a comic adventure ready for them to look at.
Perfect.
Yeah, we're really excited. And that same evening, we have Irene Miller coming to the library at 6:30 p.m. Irene is a Holocaust survivor. She is also an educator and a mediator. She worked in the medical field at the Detroit Medical Center downstate. So she will be coming up to speak about her experiences. And then she will also be reading from her book, and that will be available for sale for anyone who's interested. She's just a wonderfully joyous woman who, you know, she suffered through one of the most horrific periods of our history, and she's just so positive and just has a wonderful message to share, you know, about promoting tolerance and diversity and how important that is. So we're very thrilled to have her here.
I was at a meeting this week in Alcona County, and they were talking about her coming to the different libraries, and they said, you know, it's something you don't want to miss. No, it's not, and we're very thrilled she reached out to speak to us regarding that, and she's just been an absolute delight to work with. Okay, I'm anxious to hear that. Yes, and then we have
a little less fun stuff. The Hudson Financial Group, based out of Traverse City, will be joining us on September the 23rd at 6:30 p.m. And they're going to be talking about focusing on one little known threat that could deteriorate your life savings. So when you're looking at retirement, knowing what it is you need to be looking for. And for that, we are asking that people register.
Okay.
So they can just call the library and sign up for that.
356-6188.
Yes, yes. And then finally, we are partnering with the Alcona County Libraries. We are doing a paranormal mini-con October the 5th. And they will be at our library from 2 until 4. We'll have some paranormal investigators, some shadow seekers. And we're looking for anybody else who might be interested in sharing their paranormal experiences or talents. Please give us a call.
Okay, sounds wonderful. Well, as usual, there's so many things to do, and we haven't mentioned all the books and the books on tape and the newspapers and the magazines and the lending libraries, all the things that there are at the library to do. And your best bet is just to go there, go in and listen to the silence and see all the people, what they're doing, and be thankful that we have such a great entity in our community.
Yes, it's a busy, busy place.
Okay, thank you so very much for being here today.
Thank you, Nancy.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College. Pleased to have as our guest this morning Kathy Abraham, director of the Alpena Volunteer Center.
Good morning, Dr. McMaster.
Great to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. The Volunteer Center for years has done a bunch of wonderful things in the community. And before we get started, why don't you just give like a little thumbnail description of what the Volunteer Center is and what they do.
The Volunteer Center encompasses a few programs. One is the Community Education Program, where we offer short, inexpensive classes, usually from cooking through computers. We also offer a ropes course for our corporations and schools. And we also do a big Christmas wish list. That's what we're known for. 42 years this year. Wow. Yes, it's a wonderful program where we actually match donors with families in need. And then we also match volunteers with nonprofit agencies that are looking to volunteer. So we have a few programs that we're really busy with.
That's a wonderful span of activity. Let's talk about the community ed's portion of it right now. I bet you have a fall schedule that you're ready to roll out.
Right, the fall schedule has already been implemented. It's out for anyone that's interested in viewing it. We have cooking classes, photography classes, art and crafts. For the month of September, we will start with a QuickBooks class, which begins next Tuesday. It's a beginner's QuickBooks. And then we have a cooking class that is an Italian cooking class. And there's going to be a demonstration where students will learn how to make zuppa toscana, which is a Tuscany region soup, along with shrimp scampi. And at the end of class, at the conclusion of class, they'll sit down and enjoy a delicious meal. And then
Sounds great.
Yes. And then, so I have a few seats that are open still in that one. And then we have a nature skills class. And this is a great opportunity, especially with hunting season coming on. And this class will provide instructions on how to build an emergency shelter and how to build a fire without matches, along with other tips and techniques. So that's going to happen. And then this year we have classes designed specifically for kids. We have a fairy garden class that's conducted by Prattscape, and we have a shooting star stained glass by My Wings Glass, and these are designed for kids. It's a great idea for Christmas holiday gifts. So if anyone is interested, just let me know. Call me at 358-7271. Normally our classes start at 5 o'clock p.m. or after, with the exception of a grant writing class. We have a grant writing class this year. It goes in 3 sessions, and that starts at 11:30 in the morning.
And who's teaching that?
Dawn Stone is teaching
she's a
that.
good grant writer.
She's going to teach that
Very
for us.
good.
Yeah.
And, those sound very, very interesting. And a number of questions occur to me. The QuickBooks class would be for people who are maybe managing their own business, and that would be an accounting software, QuickBooks?
That, or it's a beginning QuickBooks class, so anyone that's actually interested in possibly applying that to their current work environment or their own business. We have Peggy Schmidt as our CPA that is going to be teaching that, and she's taught that before, and our feedback is just really wonderful.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks that use QuickBooks. So very pertinent. And the cooking class, now I've heard wonderful things about the class you teach.
Yeah, I'm not teaching that this year. I'm kind of busy teaching Excel classes.
Okay.
So I'm busy with that right now. But we have a number of cooking classes, Polish classes, but a lot of our seating is limited, and a few of our classes are already full.
Good.
So, yeah.
So we have essentially 2 kitchens at the college, and so the cooking class is done at the kitchen down near the gym.
That is correct.
And so the instructor shows people how to make a delicious dish, and then they sit down and they eat it at the end.
Have a nice dinner, right?
Oh,
yeah,
very
and it's
good.
a lot of fun. I mean, and you know, people that attend these classes, it's an opportunity for them to meet others, and it's we try to have fun classes and that interact. A lot of our classes are hands-on.
Yeah.
But some of them are a demonstration. So.
And the premise of the classes, these are not classes that will lead to an academic certificate or associate's degree. This is non-credit, short, inexpensive courses that the community can connect with, enrichment.
That is correct. They are non-credit, and normally they run for a few hours depending on the topic. I believe the Italian cooking class will start at 5:30 and end at 8:30, but we're including a sit-down dinner with that. So, and my husband will be teaching that class this semester. So, yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to mention that we also have a beginning basket weaving class. So that's for the month of September. We have a number of classes in October and November. So if anyone is interested, they can go to alpinacc.edu, select about visitors, and then the community ed. And if anyone is interested in volunteering, they can go to the alpinavolunteercenter.org. We have 24 nonprofit agencies right now that are listed on our site.
Wonderful.
That are always looking for volunteers.
So you're, the premise is you're helping filter or direct people who might want to volunteer to agencies that need volunteers
That is
in
correct.
the community.
That is correct. And if you are a nonprofit agency and you carry a 401c3, we offer our website free of service. So they can contact or follow the instructions, include their agency. We have a needs and an event, so if there's a specific need for a volunteer, then they can list that. Anyone that's interested in volunteering, especially if we have a lot of retirees that call up and say, I'm just looking to volunteer. There's a number of variety of agencies that are looking for volunteers.
Wonderful. So we have about 20 seconds left. Anything you want to, last thoughts you want to share to the community?
If anyone is interested in teaching, you don't have to have a degree or a culinary expertise or anything like that, but if you have a special interest that you want to share with the community, give me a call. I am always looking for new ideas, and call me at 358-7271.
Thank you, Kathy.
Okay,
thank
thank
you
you
for what you do for the community. And thank you, folks, for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.